Hello students, myself Sri D.K. Kamlakar, Assistant Professor for Commerce in Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Today we are going to learn BCom Part 3 Semester 5 as well as MCom Part 1 Semester 1, subject Advanced Accountancy Auditing. In this subject, we will understand today definition of auditing, objective of an audit, and finally scope of an audit. So let's understand the meaning and definition of auditing. An audit is the independent examination of financial information of any entity, whether profit oriented or not, and irrespective of its size or legal form. When such an examination is conducted with a view to express an opinion thereon. According to the general guidelines on internal auditing issued by ICAI, auditing is defined as systematic and independent examination of data, statements, records, operations and performances, financial or otherwise, of an enterprise for a stated purpose. In any auditing situation, the auditor receives and recognizes the proposition before him for examination, collects evidences, evaluates the same, and on this basis formulate his judgment, which is communicated through his audit report. The above definitions of auditing have certain important elements. They are: number one, independence. The auditor has to express an opinion on the financial statement examined by him. Therefore, auditor should be free from any interest which might be distract his objectivity. Second, auditor's opinion. The auditor has to express an opinion on the financial statement examined in the form of an audit report. The audit report is an expressed of opinion rather than statement of verified facts. Financial statements. The financial statement comprises of balance sheet, profit and loss account, notes and other statements which collectively are intended to give proper understanding of the financial position. The auditor has to express an opinion on the financial statement. These three elements are contained in any kind of audit, whether profit oriented or not, and irrespective of its size or legal form. Now we can understand the objectives of an audit. Number one, reporting. The primary objective of an audit is reporting. Whether the financial statements present a true and fair view of a financial position, that is balance sheet, and financial performance, that is profit and loss account, during the period. Second, objective, express of opinion. The objective of an audit of a financial statements prepared within a framework of recognized accounting policies and relevant statutory requirements is to be enable an auditor to express an opinion on such financial statements. Third objective, true and fair view. The auditor's duty is to express an opinion on financial statements. Auditor opinion helps to determine the true and fair view of the operating results and financial position of an enterprise. The user, however, should not assume that the auditor's opinion is an assurance as to the future viability of enterprises, of the efficiency or effectiveness. Fourth objective, management responsibility. The management of an enterprise include maintenance of adequate accounting, the management of an enterprise is primarily responsible for the preparation of financial statement. Management responsibilities include maintenance of adequate accounting records and internal controls, selection and application of accounting policies, and safeguarding the assets of the enterprises. Hence, the audit of a financial statement does not relieve management of its responsibilities. Now we can understand the scope of an audit. Auditor will be determine the scope of an audit of a financial statement with regards to the terms of engagements, the pronouncements of ICAI, the requirements of relevant legislations. Coverage of work. The auditor should be organized to cover all operational aspects relevant to the financial statements. He has to make study and evaluate the accounting system and internal controls on which auditor wishes to rely. Disclosure. Auditor should ensure whether all relevant information is properly disclosed in a financial statement and as per statutory requirements. The disclosure requirement can be verified by performing financial statement analysis and evaluation of accounting policies. Next, judgment. Absolute certainty is not attended in auditing because of the need of exercise judgment. Auditor also required to examine the reasonableness of judgment. Materiality. Material items are those which might influence the decision of the users of financial statements. Auditor should exercise his professional experience and judgment with material items. Technical aspect. Auditor is not expected to perform duties which fall outside the scope of his competence. Auditor is not expert in all fields, so auditor can take the advice of an expert for technical work. Students, today we learn the definition of auditing, objective of audit, and scope of an audit. If you have a queries, please contact me. I will resolve your queries at my level best. My contact number is 973-000-5683. Never forget to give me your requirements regarding studies or what knowledge you want to be for better result in examination. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel and spread this channel with students who are learning BCom, MCom and MBA. Thank you for watching.